Okay, I need like a thumbnail. Like, okay. Sorry. Anyway, hey y'all, I'm back with another video, and basically today I'm just gonna be like oil painting this painting that I've been working on. If you've seen like the first video on it, basically it was just like the underpainting, but now I'm actually working with oil and let me take that toxic mess out of my hand. So yeah, right now I'm just working on that, and as you can see, I've already started a little bit. And if you guys want to see like when I was working on this, I have a live stream up that's already up before this video. So if you want to go see it, go check that out. And yeah, let's get right into the video. So essentially, this whole process, I wanted to really start something new that was out of my comfort zone. I realized that a lot of the art that I've been making recently has been within my comfort zone. And what's the point of going to art school if I'm not going to take the tools that I've learned to actually apply them to paintings that I want to, I guess, eventually get them into like art galleries or for a show that I'm making of my own. I think it's definitely important for artists to do things outside of the box and outside of their comfort zone. Just because if you stay within like a box, you're gonna box yourself into certain styles, and not that it's a bad thing, but if you have a weakness and you want to work on something, I think you should work on something that you find difficult. And for me, I find drawing people to be extremely difficult. I think it's difficult for a lot of people, not just me, but yeah. Also, y'all don't mind my Survivor show playing in the background. I needed something to watch while I paint. I don't know if it. Well, a lot of people like listen to music and stuff while they watch, but I do know some people who like watch shows while they paint. That's just my little thing, I guess. I like to watch something while I paint. This part of the video, doing the face, it was the most stressful thing I've ever, well, not ever experienced, but it was definitely a very stressful part of the process of this painting. Honestly, when I started putting the paint down on the face, I did not like how it looked, like at all. And I just had to start playing around with some of the colors and changing some of the highlights and the shadows to, I guess, make it more accurate to my reference that I had. But even I didn't even really have a direct reference for this. I just kind of needed to see how like a facial structure looks and how I should paint it. From my college experience, well, I guess a part of it. So I took a figure drawing class, and I just kind of had to tap into some of the things my professor would say, such as like carving out the highlights and the shadows of the face before drawing in like the nose or the mouth or the eyes. And that's kind of what I was doing, which I think it definitely did achieve um a better look than how it was originally looking. But also for this painting, I didn't really have a direct reference. Like I did, but at the same time, I also didn't. So I was kind of winging it how the shadows or the highlights would kind of fall on the face. And as far as the hands, I thought I was going to have a much easier time at painting the hands just because I did like such a detailed underpainting of the hands. And the one that I'm working on now, that one wasn't too bad, but even then, it was still a little bit of like a struggle of kind of like pulling the right colors and the texture of the hand, and if it's, if the shadows and the highlights are accurate. But the top hand, that hand was disastrous. I definitely need to go over it again to see how I can fix it a little bit. But even doing during the underpainting, I found it quite difficult to get the anatomy correct of the hand. I feel like it's a little bit off, but there's only so much I can do. I'm also unsure if not making, but basically putting a thin layer of oil paint will work for me or against me during this whole process. For whatever reason, I decided that I want to do like a thin layer of oil paint and then go over it again with like thicker jabs of oil paint. I also think I'm gonna work on the wings last. It's not gonna be represented in this video. I might put another video out of like me working on the wings and like kind of going over all of the thin layers of paint that I put on the canvas. But basically for the wings, I'm doing it last because I kind of wanted to seamlessly blend into the background, kind of. And I want to use very expressive brushstrokes, and I feel like I'll still be able to do that, but I don't feel like I'll be able to do that with the edges if I do the wings first. before I do the sky. I feel like for the most part, when I put in another layer of oil, it'll practically look not exactly the same, just some of the colors will be brighter. At least for a lot of the leaves and stuff and the tree. I just put mostly the shadows in before adding any type of highlight or the bright leaves on the tree. So that's kind of like the main difference you'll see. I feel like you'll also see less pockets of like the underpainting, but I kind of like how you can see like the pockets of the under. And as far as like the hair, oh my gosh, I feel like I really ate down with the hair. Like I'm gonna add some more highlights and stuff and some more shadows so you can really see where it like swoops and hoops and stuff like that. But basically, I am pretty happy about how the hair looks. I already knew that I wanted it to be kind of like short and curly. The face, like I really really like the face now, but I do think I might I might move around like where the eyes are or the nose. I'm not exactly sure. Maybe it's because the face isn't done, which is why I'm still a little bit skeptical on whether I want to keep I guess like kind of how the face is looking right now. But basically this is just like a little sneak peek of pretty much everything that I've been doing for the last couple of days and how this painting is progressing. So if you guys have made it this far into the video, thank you guys for watching and I'll see y'all later. Bye.